Hello and welcome to this week's 10-minute review. Sorry for the delay, it's getting to the holidays, I'm getting very busy. But during this time I've had a lot of time to think about this episode. I've noticed that it's very hard to compare two different places, like a fighting game versus a building place. They go about the way that they capture your attention by two different means. So starting with this episode, I'm picking a theme that both places have and a good discussion point for the video, This week I want to see how two places made by the same person fare. Each person builds their places differently, but what would happen if the same person built two completely different places? Would they still have strong similarities to tie them back to the owner? So this week I will compare two places by a favorited builder, scripter, and apparently an admin. That's right, this week is Underground War vs. Natural Disaster Survival, both by StickMasterLuke. I first jumped into Natural Disaster Survival. It's a very simple place. You get thrown into a map, and you have to survive whatever natural disasters the game throws at you, hence the name Natural Disaster Survival. The maps and disasters change each round. The randomness of the disasters and the maps give you a unique game each round. Every strategy is a stroke of genius and destined to fail. It's completely random sometimes, and standing still works just as well as the guy hiding in the chimney. And that's kind of one flaw that stood out nearly instantly. If I can stand still for some rounds and still win, I'm going to get very bored very quickly and probably not want to continue. The game tries to counteract this with the randomness and even fall damage, so that if you fall, but it does make the crazy random game a little bit less exciting. I later joined the Underground War. Just like last time, the premise is simple on the surface. You use your swivel to dig and fight, and tunnel your way to the enemy side to capture their flag. But if you dig past the simple premise of this game, you'll find that there's much more strategy and skill involved. See the pun? Once the tunnels reset, or as it's called in game, collapse, it usually follows the same pattern. Both teams dig towards each other and end up with just one tunnel and one choke point in the center where the battle gets really intense. But if you use your wits and cunning, you can dig another shaft to flank your opponents and also disperse the battle between two tunnels. You could also stand on the two towers and try to snipe opponents, but that's kind of calm and just boring in comparison to the intense battles that happen under the earth. But once again, the simple premise of guns and tunnels brings about one flaw. It's really cramped and there's not a lot of space. This does make you think your strategy, but most of the time it gets annoying with the camera. Most players opt to play in first person, but even with first person, it's still kind of hard to run and maneuver, kind of jump around. You're going to get shot. You could even slice enemies through a wall if you really want to. Have you noticed a theme? All of StickMasterLuke's places are simple to understand. Outrun disasters, dig tunnels, and shoot opponents. And even other games I didn't review here where you shoot people, outrun zombies, and shoot people. But what Underground War has over Natural Disaster Survival is strategy. I can stand in one place and survive a disaster, but if I stand in one place in the Underground War, I just don't help my team or I get shot. But again, these two places are where the theme is different, something I was trying to avoid with this new theme rule. But you can tell the games are made by someone who understands how places work. Underground War is at 4.75 million visits and is one of the top games on Roblox. But both games are simple and easy to pick up, which will make people stay and enjoy your game. They know what they have to do, so they'll just go out and do it. But if you create a game that has strategy and teamwork under the simple premise, it will go farther and it will work. Thanks for watching.